Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. Welcome to the BB Breakdown with Joleen. That's me. Hey, guys, and welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. That's me. I break down all things Big Brother. More importantly, right now, Celebrity Big Brother is back. I just watched episode 2, and I'll be breaking it down for you right here tonight. And spoiler alert, not really a spoiler, but the feeds are working. So how exciting is that? How exciting is that? We thought we'd have to wait till Friday. Well, technically it's almost Friday, but we thought we'd have to wait till after Friday's episode. But right here on my other screen, I see the feeds. What's happening right now is there's some kind of little golf putting thing they're playing with in the kitchen. Chris Kirkpatrick is. Some people are cleaning. Mariah's cleaning. Misha's near her, which is interesting. And then camera 4, it looks like Todrick and Teddy are in the gym and they are talking. And they're talking about who they have a loyalty to and who they knew before this game. Oh my gosh. Okay. So he's talking about, I didn't want to have to lie to you. I think he's telling Teddy a story. So I can't wait to turn on these feeds. But let's break down this episode and have some fun first. And then I'll be back with live feed spoilers and things like that. So welcome. If you guys are joining me live, please smash that like. Smash it. It helps me so much. If you want to support the channel, liking this video really helps. Also, you can send a super chat if you feel so inclined, and I will highlight your comment, and that helps the channel. Otherwise, if you look right below me, you will see my Cash App, Venmo, Patreon, and my social media where you can follow me. So there you go. There you go. All right. Teddy's getting smart with Todrick. Okay. I told you guys, Teddy's a little sassier and she's all in her feelings. So we won't do any spoilers just yet. I will get through the episode first and recap it here for you and react. And then we can talk a little bit of feed. So I'll have it on in the background, but right now I have it muted. Okay, so let's get into this episode of Celebrity Big Brother, and I have screenshots, so definitely like the video. I'm going to set a goal for 600 likes. I think we can do it, you guys. I know everyone's live right now, but I think we can do 600 likes. What do you think? Let me know all your thoughts, feelings, hopes, dreams in the live chat. Oh, they're already cutting the feeds. Oh, great. All right. Well, let's talk about this episode because this was an actual very messy episode. If you're on social media, you guys follow me and feel free to share this video out and be like, Joleen is recapping Celebrity Big Brother. I actually jotted down a couple notes. Okay. So we go into episode 2. We have Misha Tate is the HOA, as Chris Kirkpatrick would say. This episode was hilarious because so many of these celebrities have no idea about this game or what they're playing. And they're getting things wrong. They're playing fast and furious, some of them. Some of them are sleeping the whole time. So it's definitely very fun to watch. It's kind of a mess, but I also Teddy's getting loud. Oh my God. I can't wait to go back and watch this. Okay. I got to get through this episode. Now that the feeds are on, I'm like, Okay. So Misha Tate, head of household. And we find out about the gala gift, so and that's a little bit later, but right off the bat we get an edit of Todrick Hall being asked to be in every alliance possible. He is like the most popular girl at school right now. Everyone's loving him. He's the homecoming queen, the snow days queen, and the prom queen, king, everything. However, this could blow up for Todrick because he's being sneaky deaky about it, which is how you should be when you're in a lot of alliances. You know, it's very difficult. We've seen civilian Big Brother players get into this mess where they're asked to be in every alliance, and then those alliance cross-reference and they're like, oh shit, wait, he told me he wasn't in an alliance. So Todrick is telling everyone, no, I've never been asked about an alliance. What's an alliance? And they're like, I was thinking you could be in one with me. Sure, yeah, whatever that is, if you could explain to me. Todrick's playing it very cool, very under the radar about it. So the first one that is brought up is this athletes alliance. Misha's like, okay, I am the HOH. I have to garner a little bit of power, which is a very smart move when you're the HOH or the HOA, the homeowners association. When you are the homeowners association, you have to pick out what's wrong with other people's games and homes and tell them they have to repair it. So she is planning an alliance of athletes. So very interesting choice, the athletes, but she didn't include Mirai right away, which I thought was interesting, but she did include Todrick and Lamar. And then we have this really cute moment where Lamar gives, pounds, that sounded bad, but he pounds Todrick, you guys, not in the way that would be fun to watch, in just, some regular poundage action. And Todrick is just like, oh my God, I can't believe Lamar Odom just gave me daps. Like, he dapped me. This is amazing. So it's the Athletes Alliance, the athletes, okay? Because Todrick is a dancer. That's athletic, Okay, so then Lamar, Lamar's like, sure, whatever, cool. Where am I? Is Chloe here yet? Lamar let us know on the feeds, you guys, exactly what I told you he was here for. I'm enjoying Lamar. I don't know if he left the house. There are these, rumors going around that someone has left the house, and that's why we didn't get feeds. But I feel like if they're live right now on the feeds and everyone's there, then that wasn't true. And like I said, I saw most of the people on the feeds, but we'll see. But Lamar is basically like, oh, I just played this game because I thought my ex was going to play. You thought Khloe Kardashian you thought Kris Jenner was going to let Khloe go on CBB. That's not until her 40s or 50s, Lamar. That is a while away. That's when the BBL starts sagging. That's when Kris Jenner is like, okay, girls, to Celebrity Big Brother we go. But right now, they just signed another deal with Hulu. Obviously, Lamar isn't keeping in contact with Khloe Kardashian, because if he was, he would know that she has a lot on her plate. You had a better chance of getting, the trainer who just had Lamar's baby on the show than you do Khloe Kardashian. Khloe is not at the point where she's going to do Celebrity Big Brother yet. She's just not. They just left Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and now they are headed to Hulu for a series. Everything's going to be Kardashian adjacent. Everyone who gets cast for the show, it's not going to be. I thought that was very interesting. So yeah, Chloe's booked a bit. She's very busy right now. People are hating her. People are like, oh, is there yelling? Okay, sorry. I'm looking over at the feeds and it looks like Teddy is getting a little heat. She's doing this to Todrick right now on the feeds. Oh my God, this is going to be hard to concentrate. Why did they do this to me? But this was a really good episode too, so I don't want to not recap the episode. So we're going to keep going. And then I'll get to spoilers afterwards. All right. So yeah, Chloe's booked and busy. Lamar is he's got that book that he wants to keep selling and he wants Chloe back. So Lamar's like, how did Chloe email? Every day he goes in the DR and he's like, have you heard from Chloe? Heard from Chris? Because Lamar not only said he missed Chloe and he would do it over with her and I want to have babies with her. He is spilling all the guts about his feelings for her. But he also said, I miss the family. They gave me a nickname, Lammy. And I go, they did give you a nickname. The problem is it could have worked out for you, Lamar. That girl really, really loved you and had your back. I mean, Chloe has men's back. She should have women's back a little more, but she has men's back a little too much. I mean, with Tristan and everything. So I think Lamar's like, damn, I could have just came back and maybe wouldn't push it as much. Maybe if I wouldn't have, gotten, into a very serious situation at the Bunny Ranch, maybe things could have turned out differently, but they didn't. So here's the thing about Lamar. I joke, I kid, because this is what we do here on the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. We have a good time. But in all seriousness, Lamar and his addiction issues and all that stuff and having the disease of addiction, I'm very interested in his story. And I am very sympathetic and empathetic for him as a recovering alcoholic myself. And there are a lot of regrets in life. That's what life is about. And in a lot of ways. And that's what recovery is about, is kind of coming to terms with what you've done in the past and all that stuff, and making amends and things. And this cry for Khloe. I'm here for the Kardashians talk, but I'm like, oh, he really thinks that she's going to take him back. I just don't think that's going to happen. Yes, Danny, it's kind of sus how he said, I can't believe I thought I could get away with it. But the thing that's a little less sus is because he was under the influence at the time. He was using at the time. And when you are an addict and you're using, there are certain things when you look at with a sober mind, you're like, why did I ever think I could get away with that? Or why did I ever think that was okay behavior? So I do understand that about Lamar. So that's where my heart opens up to him. Yes. And what Lamar has gone through, I wouldn't wish on anyone. So he's definitely feeling all those regrets that you feel when you become sober. And I do believe, as much as we haven't been able to hear a lot from him, I do believe that what? Oh, I haven't tried them yet. My husband wants to know if my sounds work. So let's just see if my sounds work. Okay, did you guys hear that? Because I'm using my Stream Deck, my StreamYard, so hopefully you guys can hear that. So I am very empathetic and sympathetic to Lamar, and I like that. So let me know in the chat if you guys could hear.
Is this how the internet works?
Or my husband shall. No, they can't hear it. Oh, it's such a bummer. It's such a bummer. Oh, I didn't hit record.
Yep, there you go.
All right, let's try it again, you guys. You ready? You guys probably thought it was so weird. I just stopped talking and stared over at Chell, but it's only because I was testing my StreamYard. So let's see if you guys can hear this. I can't hear it, but maybe you guys can. Could you guys hear that? I could hear it. No.
Is the internet
This
working?
sucks. How come this thing never works?
That was from before.
I hate it. I was on a roll too. Damn it. I can't hear it in my head. I can't hear myself either anymore.
That's okay. We want them to.
People are still, no, they can't.
Wait, go back.
Okay, we're going to try one more thing.
And
We're going to try one more thing,
Right
you guys.
click.
I'm so sorry. I don't want to lose you guys' attention.
output device.
Output device.
Click and drag that here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing it. Yes,
Turn
the
that on.
Leen Team lives with the technical difficulties. Yes, Terry. So bear with me 1 second. And what do you need me to do now? Could you guys hear that one? Let me know in the chat if you could hear that. If not, we might have to move on. And 25 more likes and we'll get to 100. That's amazing. It was very faint. How about this? Did you guys hear that? Did Britney Spears have her baby? That's the Janelle sound effect. Let me know if you heard it. Nope, nothing. Oh my God. This is like the worst. Okay, we're trying to figure it out right now, you guys.
I guess not. Sorry.
Okay, whatever. We'll figure it out for next time. Let's keep going. But I digress. I'm so sorry. You heard a toot. Well, don't out my farts online. Thanks a lot, Renee. Okay.
We're divorced.
Technical. Yeah, right. I will fart right on my husband. That's why you get married, so you can just fart on people. Okay. Now that I've grossed everyone out, back to Lamar. So seeing Lamar kind of outwardly, have this very public, display of like, please take me back for Khloe Kardashian. I have to wonder what she's thinking. But my heart does open up to him in the fact that he's realizing all the things that he kind of lost and the things that, he took for granted in his addiction. Okay. And he opens up. And did I call it? The way Shayna Mokler is looking at Lamar, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm just saying, I know she's got a boyfriend, but you never know. It could be.
Destiny.
So, we don't know. We don't know at this point. Okay. Okay. So this Athletes Alliance forms, and then Misha actually asks Todrick for a final 2 as well. And then Mariah is in the shower and she's just showering off, I think the day or the competition, the HOH competition. And she's like, so does anyone have an alliance? And Teddy's in the other shower and all of a sudden Teddy's like, whoo. She's like, not me. I don't got an alliance. I would love an alliance. I was on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and I got, I wasn't really a favorite. Apparently I said I spoke my mind, but really I was just like, a snooze fest. But yeah, I would love, are we doing alliances? Teddy's got mascara running. Such a great moment. Mariah just very openly is in the bathroom. Teddy next to her. Todrick folding clothes, pretending not to be in all the alliances, is like, hey, what's up? And Mariah's like, is anyone in an alliance? Has anyone been asked? And Todrick's like, no, God, I can't even think of what that is. Alliance. Is it like an HOA? Is it? No. Okay. I'll have to think about that. And then Teddy's like, I'm not. I'm so available. I'm right here. My dad was John Mellencamp. So I don't know if that does anything for you. I can get you tickets to the show. No. Okay. Also, John Mellencamp put on his Instagram a picture of Teddy and Teddy's adorable daughter and him and said, Teddy's on some TV show. I don't know which one, but I hope she gets what she wants out of it. Very just like not at all, I'm sure, what CBS or Big Brother wanted, but he didn't even know what TV show Teddy's on. John Mellencamp's like, I don't know. I'm just wiping my butt with Grammys. I don't have time to watch my daughter on the show. I have no idea what show she's on. So this is the point where Mariah is like, well, I think we should form an alliance with like us because we were the last standing on the No Strings Attached HOA/HOH competition. And then Cynthia, because I really like her. And I'm just like, oh, because Todrick is sitting there like, oh, okay. Todrick can't, his DRs were pretty great because he's just like, and then I got asked to be in another alliance. And then I met the president again. You know, that is like, it was like a Forrest Gump moment. And then I met the president again. And then I got asked to be in an alliance again. And Cynthia is already in an alliance, the Girls and Gays alliance, with Carson, Shayna Moakler, and Todrick. So Todrick still doesn't say anything, which I think is fabulous gameplay. It is week 1. It's our first HOH. You just keep it on the DL. You'll figure that shit out. Just get through the first week. Okay. So then Chris K is in the bathroom brushing his teeth, telling that tartar bye, bye, bye. It's a lot of puns, a lot of NSYNC puns in this season of Celebrity Big Brother so far. They are going to beat that to death. That's what they're going to do. And Chris K's like, are you in an alliance? And Todrick's like, oh my God, no, I have no idea what an Alina, is that a healthcare? I have Alina healthcare? No. Okay. And then he's like, well, maybe we could be in one. And we get some other people. And Todrick's like, sure. I mean, do you know about the game? Because I certainly don't know. I don't even know what an alliance is. And Chris is like, yeah, I live in Nashville and I like that guy, Jack, the one everyone hated, that when he won at the end, he came out and instead of being like, yay, he was like, I'm not racist, which is never a good thing that you have to say after you win, $500,000, to have to walk out and go, I'm not racist. If that's what you have to do, you're definitely racist. And yeah, it's not going to be as much fun winning $500,000 when your mom and dad have to come on stage and go, we know, hon, we know. So Chris Kirkpatrick's like, okay, cool. Yeah, Todrick will do this thing. And Todrick's like, for sure. So then we get another Todrick DR. And then I got asked to be in an alliance again. So then Mariah asked Todrick and Teddy, like to be in an alliance, like I said, and wants to add Cynthia. And okay, so Mariah and Teddy added to the alliance of the Girls and Gays. So when Mariah comes in the bedroom, the chocolate bedroom, Cynthia Bailey's in there and Todrick's in there. Now Mariah's already asked Todrick to be in this 4-person alliance, but she hasn't invited Cynthia yet, but she indicated she wanted to in the shower. So then Cynthia's on the bed and Mariah's like, hey guys, I mean, these celebrities are just they're so green to this game that it's hilarious. It's not even because, sometimes the celebrities just don't care. There's situations where certain celebrities just don't give a shit. But I feel like this cast wants to get it. They want to understand. And they think they kind of do from the little bit they know. So they're like, okay, this is where we do our alliance. I'm so excited. So Todrick's playing it off, kind of looking at Cynthia like she's, whatever she asks, he's giving her that look like just play along. And Cynthia's like, cool. So Mariah says, I had talked to Todrick and I thought, we could start an alliance and it would be with Teddy and me. And Cynthia's like, oh my God, that's so funny because I'm in an alliance with Todrick already and these other people. And Todrick's just like, cool. That's great. Thank you for sharing that, Cynthia. That is amazing. But he plays it cool. And then Mariah's like, really? Because Todrick told me that he wasn't, but it's still week 1, so we won't compare notes. And Cynthia's like, well, why don't we just add you to our alliance? We'll just keep adding people. This will be fun, like a sleepover. Everybody gets an invite, So Cynthia, again, not the most strategic, but socially, she's a connector. She's the mom in the house. Carson's the dad. And Todrick is the kid in between 3 different families and multiple marriages. And they're pulling at him constantly. And they're like, this is my weekend with Todrick. No, your weekend was last weekend. Little Todrick is mine this weekend. So we have this new alliance that forms from the alliance Mariah started and the girls and the gays. So I'm just like, holy shit. These are a lot of freaking alliances to keep track of. So the 6-person alliance, which was once the 4, the girls and the gays, but adding Mariah and Teddy. Todrick's like, because, Cynthia, she doesn't know. She's like, the more the merrier. And Todrick's like, well, not everybody. Like, we got to cap it off somewhere. But big alliances have been known, as much as some of us Big Brother fans hate it, to, go far. And Teddy is definitely yelling at people on the feeds right now. And I'm finding it so hard not to. Oh my, did I tell you guys she was emotional and sensitive? Or did I tell you, did I call it? Okay, sorry. So they call themselves the Formation. And Carson comes up with this. And Carson's like, oh, that's not copyrighted. I was like, somebody call Beyonce. Okay. Then Misha decides my athletes alliance isn't big enough. I'm just not that into it yet. I'm going to add the biggest athlete in the house, Chris Kirkpatrick. Yes, NSYNC's own Chris Kirkpatrick, the oldest member of NSYNC, the founder of NSYNC, the granddaddy of NSYNC, Chris Kirkpatrick. So she talks to him in the middle of the kitchen. And she asks him in the most awkward way possible. She goes, so do you want to be a part of the or my, or the way she's wording it is as if he knows there's already an alliance that she has started, but he doesn't know that. So then she goes, or do you want to be a part of the alliance or alliance? And Chris is like, yeah, I like alliances. I'm so happy. I would love to be a part of this alliance. And then here comes Todrick walking out of the bathroom. And he's like, maybe we should take this up to the HOH room. Maybe we should, Chris, you were supposed to be a super fan. Take it up to the HOH room.
Destiny, 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 destiny.
It is Todrick's destiny. He wanted to play this game this long, and now he is in the thick of it with these celebrities who are just talking game so sloppily and messily, but they're at least trying to strategize. But it's crazy. So they go up in the HOA/HOH room, and Misha's like, yeah, Chris Kirkpatrick from NSYNC, you are the granddaddy of NSYNC. You're such an athlete. I would love for you to come on over. That's not an NSYNC song, but you know what I mean? It's tearing up my heart not having you in this alliance. So I need you. I'm going to do the NSYNC puns until they're dead too, you guys. And Chris is like, I would love that. I would love that. So they have this very awkward moment where Chris Kirkpatrick gets invited into an alliance. Again, that Todrick, who told him he's not an alliance, is already in. So people, once we get the feeds, we are definitely going to see that this might be why Teddy's mad. I don't know, but Todrick is in all the alliances, and it's going to, if it hasn't already, come out, because the way they're forming alliances is so messy and not at all on the DL. Okay. Yeah. Pop some popcorn. It is a hot mess. And Real BB, yes. Yes, he said, this I promise you. This I promise you. That's what he said. I will be faithful to you. Okay. I'm sorry, Athrilla. I know you hate it, but we have to keep going on the NSYNC puns. Also, 132 in the live. Let's get 132 likes, you guys. Smash that like. It helps me so much. Okay. So then we get to find out, what is this gala gift? What is going on with the gala gift? Why does it exist? It's going to, according to Julie Chen, it's going to be a blessing to one and a curse to another. And you're just like, oh my gosh, Julie Chen. So it's a blessing and a curse. So we get this fun segment, and it's the Mon Wan. I think it's Mon Wan. I thought it was Von Wan, but it's Mon Wan. Again, this designer, this fake designer that they had during the HOH competition for their outfits for the first HOH. And now we have it for the gala gift. And we see a fun segment where we see some of our favorites like Janelle and Ian and the Whack Street Boys. And it was very fun. And what ends up happening is there is a twist. There's the Mon Juan Beg Gala Gift twist. Basically, there's a hat, right? There's this hat right here. And it's by designer, worn by the only supermodel in the house, which is Chris Kirkpatrick. If you guys didn't know, he is a huge supermodel. Or a tiny supermodel, however you like to say it. And there is this bag that is a hat designed by Mon Juan. And the twist is they're going to basically do a white elephant, pass out gift, hot potato type thing. And the last person to have the Mon Juan on their head is safe for the week and safe from eviction and cannot be nominated. And doesn't play in POV, just safe, safe, safe. So the first person to have it, obviously, is the HOH, Misha Tate. Now, at this point, Misha doesn't want Teddy to end up with it because she wants to backdoor Teddy. Her plan, which she shares later, is to put 2 pawns up and week 1 with a backdoor. Now, I understand this is an expedited season of Celebrity Big Brother. I get it. But this is a lot, Shannon Elizabeth. You are giving me too much Shannon Elizabeth. I like you, Misha Tate. I think you're super strong and awesome. But you might be going a little too hard, a little too soon, a little sloppy with the way you're putting together these alliances. I like the effort, but slow your roll a little bit because we're already talking. I mean, I appreciate it for feed's sake, but she's not as neurotic and cuckoo as French dressing was last season of Civilian Big Brother, but it could go badly for her. So she passes it off to Chris Kirkpatrick because they're in an alliance now. So Chris has to play it like, oh my gosh, I'm worried. Should I be worried that you passed this off to me? And basically they just keep passing the hat off. Carson, I love these people. These people are freaking hilarious. These celebrities right now are amazing. I'll watch the feeds and then I'll give you my feedback after that. But right now, I'm loving it. So Todrick gets himself in another sticky situation when the Mon Juan purse is being passed around because Carson, who, like Cynthia, wants to play the game, is very good social. Strategically, it is like Boomer City Township, okay? It's like if I was playing with Nana. Basically, Carson's like, Todrick, I think we're safe, so we should pass it to each other because I think we're good this week, okay, hon? And Todrick's like, quit talking game to me in front of the whole freaking house. And Carson's so cute about it. He's just like, yeah. So when he takes his hat off, not only does he not stop talking game in front of the whole house during this twist, but he goes, I'd like to give this to Todrick because I don't know why I'm talking like that for Carson, but that's how I feel. I like to give this to Todrick because it has game meaning. It's, he's really pushing it like, all right, not because they don't like him, because it's for strategy down the road. He says something, and I thought I took a screenshot because it was so freaking funny. I was like, oh my God, Carson, I love you. I want to hug you. And I want to watch you on all the television shows because this was so freaking funny. But it's just like, because there's a bigger plan ahead, right? Ha! And Todrick's just like, oh my God, why couldn't I have played with the cookout season? Like, why am I on this season of people who are trying to help me turn on their flip phones? Like, I love Carson. It's given me Nana vibes all the way, May. Okay. So Carson gives it to Todrick, and then Todrick's like, thanks, Carson. Don't make it too obvious that we're working together. The hat continues to get passed around. Mr. Todd Bridges is here. He has a super funny segment I'll talk about in a minute. And basically, Misha's just hoping Teddy doesn't end up with the hat and is safe. But ultimately, it comes down to Mirai Nagasu having to choose between Shayna Moakler and Cynthia Bailey, who are both on my fantasy CBB3 team. So I was like, yes. I was like, Melissa Gorga from Real Housewives of New Jersey, thank you, Jesus. I was having a thank you, Jesus moment that one of my girls was for sure going to be safe. They're both in the formation. And it ends up being Shayna Moakler, who is, she gives it to, which means Cynthia Bailey is safe. And Cynthia, the mother of the house, people just are like, they love Cynthia. Mariah's like, I want to add her to my, alliance. I just love her. I think she's great. Cynthia has very good energy on Housewives. Again, like I was saying, most of these women who aren't necessarily great on Housewives are probably great everywhere else in their life, because Housewives can be very cutthroat, and you get paid more and you get more, and you're expected to be in conflict and confrontation and kind of be shady to each other. So I'm so glad I picked Cynthia. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen down the road, but I'm very happy with my picks right now. So Shayna's just like, that's cool. Shayna's playing a great poker face, and Mariah, she feels bad that she has to pick between the two women, but this is Big Brother. This is what you do, sweetie Mariah. And she did a great job trying to find the one with, so Mariah, she's so cute. I just find her adorable. Okay. And then let's see. So we got the gala gift, the gift trading of the hat. So they're safe. Then Chris Kirkpatrick talks about the HOA, and Misha decides, you know what? My alliance still isn't complete. I think I need another member. I think I'm going to awkwardly add another member to my alliance. And sure enough, she has a little sit down with Mariah Nagasu, which I want these women to work together. These are two strong, powerful, professional athlete women. Yes, kill it, but it might be too late, because Mariah is already in the Formation Alliance, and she's very young and naive to how this game works. And I think she wants to be super honest, and Misha doesn't know anything about the Formation. So as Misha's asking Mariah, like, hey, I want you to be in this alliance. So I want to work with you, right? And Mariah's like, awesome, cool, okay. I'm in her head, she's like, I'm already in an alliance, but this might work. Then Misha says, but I also might have to put you up as a pawn. And I'm thinking, oh no. You can't ask her to be in the alliance and ask her to be a pawn at the same time. Those are two separate conversations on two separate days, or ask someone who's not in your immediate alliance. So again, these celebrities are just throwing everything and the kitchen sink into their game and their strategy. So Mariah's like, oh, that's interesting. So I would be a pawn? Oh, okay. Well, thank you for thinking of me. Look how cute she is. She's like, thank you for thinking of me. And yeah, I mean, we'll see how it works out. But yeah, I'm interested. And this is when Misha says, because my plan is I want to put up Todd and Chris Kattan, aka the older dudes who sleep a lot, which is apparently what's happening, is they are sleeping a lot, and Todd Bridges might have sleep apnea. Okay, he sounds like my dad does when he snores. So Chris Kattan this episode was just full of Chris Kattan moments looking like this, where he was just like, again, why am I here? Why doesn't Will Ferrell have to do this shit? What's going on? And we saw a lot of fun little cut-tos of basically Todd sleeping. So Todrick said, yeah, Todd Bridges and Chris Kattan haven't asked me to be in the alliance, but that's only because they are sleeping all the time. They just won't wake up. I don't know if they're in a coma. I don't know if they're dead. They're just not here. And I'm thinking, no, Hot Toddy, I need you to wake up. I have so much hope for you, Hot Toddy. And I find Todd Bridges so endearing. And we'll talk about another part of this episode that I thought was so endearing. But then they showed Chris Kattan sleeping, and I was legit worried for a minute. Did you guys see this? He looks dead. This is what people look like in caskets. I've been to lots of open caskets. I don't enjoy it, but this looks like, are you okay, Chris? So Todd sleeps like Chris said, pulling his larynx out, elephants having babies, and Chris Kattan sleeps like a corpse. He's a corpse bride. He literally, Sleeping Beauty, waiting to get kissed. He looks like Juliet from Romeo and Juliet after she took the poison and wasn't supposed to. Like, this is it. This is over. He's dead. David, we might not have got Tiffany Pollard, but we got our David's dead moment. Chris Kattan's dead right here. What's happening? I've never seen anyone sleep and look so dead in their life. This is crazy. This is crazy to me. Okay. Yes, Chris Kattan did have some very funny moments tonight. So he had this moment, and apparently these two bros are just sleeping nonstop. So I hope they start an alliance, and I hope it's the sleeper squad. I hope it's the sleep paralysis demons or something they call themselves. I don't know, just something really fun. The sleepwalkers, something. Maybe they can wake up late at night and sleepwalk, and that's when they do their gaming. I don't think that's going to happen because I think both of them are just like, this is rough. Did I get my AARP magazine and I need a nap, which I totally understand because I need a nap right now. And then later in the night, we see that Chris Kattan, who still, even when the lights are off and he's kind of awake, looks dead, is very bothered by the Todd Bridges snoring, which Todd definitely look into the sleep apnea machines because could be an issue. And Mariah Nagasu is just cracking up. She's just so adorable. She's cracking up. Okay. But I digress. So back to the HOH room that Misha tells Mariah, yeah, so I want to put you up maybe as a pawn because I want someone strong to play in the POV because I would like to backdoor Teddy. And she's like, oh, so, I was going to put up Chris and Todd, but maybe I could do you in one of them. And then if someone on our side or in our alliance wins. So I think Misha's, her logic is, well, I'll just load up my alliance and then put one of the stronger ones in my alliance because everyone's an athlete and strong, especially Chris Kirkpatrick. And then if they win, we can backdoor Teddy. Perfect. Because Misha Tate is just certain. She is positive that Teddy Mellencamp she's such a gamer. She's the most gamiest gamer that ever gamed. John Mellencamp Jr. got all the tips before, and she's very worried about this one, Teddy Mellencamp. Now, Teddy is strong. She did stay up there for a while, and she does think somewhat strategically for Celebrity Big Brother, but I think you're going to see that the way Teddy's emotional and things like that, I think those are things that are going to be weaknesses to her in this game and how, she might be sensitive and all those kind of things. Okay. So it is, yes, the CPAPs. Thank you. They could be the CPAPs. They could really be the CPAPs, the CPAPs, the corpse sleeper and the snorer, the corpse sleeper and the snorer or something like that, for their alliance. Okay. So Misha really is anti-Teddy. And we knew that in the last HOH competition when she was like, yes, Todrick, sure, drop. You're good. You're so good. I love you. You're great. You're fantastic. Of course. What a great idea for you to, talk to me and try to make a deal. I think that's a fantastic time to make a deal right now. If I'm HOH, I won't put you up. Then he drops. And then a minute later, Teddy's like, how about me? How about me? Do I get it too? John Mellencamp's daughter? Me, Teddy Mellencamp? And Misha Tate's like, no, I think it's a little early. Don't you, Ted Dog? Come on, Teddy Bear. It's a little early for that. I mean, you're really pushing it. Well, you just told, I don't care what I just told him. Is what I'm telling you. Okay. I'm telling combination Teddy. No. And then Teddy dropped like a petulant child and was like, fine, whatever. This is not fair. It's never fair. I just love it. I love everything about this cast so far. So then with this new information that Mariah Nagasu has, I'm thinking, don't tell Teddy, don't tell Teddy, don't tell Teddy. Because by this time, you know who else knows about the backdoor Teddy plan? Todrick, I'm in everyone's alliance hall. Yeah. The prom king, the kid that's being passed around in between two fighting parents. I forget what that movie is called, but the one where I think Drew Barrymore's in it, Irreconcilable Differences or something. You guys, I talk about it often and you guys always remind me. But, where they're just passing Todrick off at a McDonald's, going, take him, but I really want him. And I'm thinking he knows, but he didn't say anything. That was very smart of Todrick. It's too soon. Who cares? They're going to take out Teddy. If anything, that would help Todrick because right now he's in all the alliances and that formation alliance was a little bit too big for him. Keep it down to 5. That would be even better than 6. So at this point, okay, if she's got to go, she's got to go. Don't tell anybody because you're in with the HOH or the HOA and you're in with another alliance and you don't want those two to cross-reference each other. So just let it go. Teddy will be a casualty, a week 1 casualty. That's okay. But Mariah Nagasu is just a better person. So she goes and she tells Teddy Mellencamp that she's in trouble. And I'm like, no, Mariah, no, don't do it, girl. Don't do it. Oh my God, don't do it. And sure enough, She does. She's like, just so you know, Misha wants to put you up. Not only does she want to put you up, she wants to backdoor you. She thinks you're a huge threat and she doesn't trust you. And I'm like, Mariah, no, baby girl, don't do it. Like, just let Teddy go slowly. It's okay. And then right then I'm like, Mariah, you're going to be the new target. And sure enough, that is ultimately what happened, because with this information, Teddy doesn't keep her mouth shut. Teddy goes and tells Todrick the life of the party. And then I got asked to be in the alliance again. And then Todrick's like, well, Miss Mariah, I'm going to have to now. It's both my alliances and I'm going to have to say something. And I'm still trying to think if that was a good idea for Todrick to say anything or just let the chips fall where they may, because it didn't involve him. But, what we see in editing compared to what actually we missed, not having the feeds, maybe all these sides are talking to him. So at this point, he has to pick something. So he goes, maybe for fear that he would be outed, even though he's basically been outed as being in all these alliances. When people are like, you're not an alliance, are you? He's like, no, God, no, gross. What? An alliance? Ew. Look at my pearls. Also, Todrick's style. I am loving every part of it. So Teddy goes and she Gloria Steinem's herself. Doesn't she look like Gloria Steinem? They're in the kitchen. And she's just like, hey, guys, have you heard about feminism? It's pretty awesome, as long as I don't go home first. Otherwise, screw women. And she goes and tells Todrick, Mariah just told me that Misha's coming for me. Oh, no. So then Todrick heads up to Misha. He puts on his best ski goggles because it is snowy in there, you guys. I don't care. I'm loving how these celebrities accessorize. I'm loving their athleisure mixed with some pizzazz. I love it. And they're on the couch and Misha's sitting over Todrick, who's laying down. And I'm thinking, take this to the HOH or the HOA room. And he didn't, but he was kind of whispering. And it looked like Mariah and Teddy were in the kitchen. And then he spilled the beans. He's like, everything you told Mariah, Misha, it got back to Teddy. She goes, you think? And he goes, I know. So then Misha says, well, I guess I might have to change my plan. And that is when she talks to Carson. She's like, hey, buddy, how's it going? So I was thinking you could stay this week and I won't punch you in the face or beat you up. So don't be scared. Just kidding. Why are you so scared of me? Just kidding. If I was Misha, that's what I would do. I'd be like, how you doing? Are you having a good day? Oh, just joking. So, kidding. Anyways, have you seen my muscles? Do you know what I can do with my legs? If I wrap them around your throat, I could put you in a full Nelson, a half Nelson, all the Nelsons. I can take you to Nelson Town. So Carson, looks like adorable, just like he just woke up. And she goes, so I want you to be safe this week. He's like, me too. That's so weird. I want me to be safe too. She said, but you might have to be a pawn. Well, then you're not safe. So future Big Brother players, if someone says you have to, I want you safe, but you're probably going to be a pawn, they don't want you really safe. Then you're exposed. You're disposable to them. And Carson's like, sure, whatever. Just don't hit me, Cupcake. I love your eyebrows, by the way. Carson's just feeding all of the compliments to her, which might have ended up working because he didn't end up going on the block, but he definitely played along as much as he could, but he was like, I'm a tough guy too. Look at how adorable little Carson is here with his little Beverly Hills t-shirt and his muscles. Todrick is really pretty and he does have very good outfits for sure. I love his style in the house. A lot of people, Danny, agree with you. And a lot of people I've seen on Twitter want Todrick to go first. I know he has a lot of people who don't enjoy him. Teddy just said hi to her family on the camera, started crying. Oh, God. I told you guys she's Scentsy. She's going to have all the Scentsy parties. Okay, I don't want to go to spoilers yet. So my favorite part of the episode, though, that I'll never forget till the day I die, and it's so amazing and awesome, is this part of the episode. And this is why I was so looking forward to Mr. Todd Bridges being on the show, because there is nothing better than people who have lived a life. Why is that happening? And have been in shit, and we know Todd Bridges has had his struggles in the past. He was a child actor. We know how child actors are treated. You know, he had that whole show, Different Strokes, the whole cast basically had, I mean, not everybody, but a lot of, you know, the child actors, you know, they struggle a lot with addiction. They struggle with getting caught up with the law, all types of things. And so I just love how open he is to share these stories. And it was so freaking funny. So Lamar is talking about a tattoo he got on his chest of his child who passed, I believe, and how painful it was. And then Todd Bridges rips his shirt up and goes, I got a tattoo for you. And he pulls this baby up. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but I don't know what the hell that is. But he said it's a futuristic cop. And Shayna Mokler was all of us, I think. I was sitting here with Chell and I made him watch it with me. And she is laughing till she cries. Because the way Todd, he's such an endearing man. Like everything I'm seeing so far of him and what I've known of him, it's just, and like I know him, I don't know him, but he's just so, I feel like people who have been through a lot in their life, they're just fun to hear from. They're fun to hear stories from people who have dealt with addiction stuff or any kind of, you know, really hard adversity in life. They're just more interesting people. And the walls come down. There's like, yeah, look what I did when I was stupid and drunk and high. And he's like, yeah, I was shit faced and whatever. And I got this tattoo. And yeah, it's a futuristic cop. I don't really remember. And they're like, who told you to get that? He's like, me. I think it was me, but I was shit faced. And I mean, that is the worst tattoo, but I'm so glad he still has it. I don't know what it says underneath it, spatula or something. I have no idea, but that looks like, I don't know. It kind of looks like an X-Men, like an X-Men they didn't let into the academy, the X-Men Academy. I have no idea what it looks like. It looks like a weird fly man. I have no idea. It's a gargoyle. It's like, but it's the funniest. It looks like a Power Ranger. I mean, so yes, exactly, Danny. They are the best, but game wise, House of Princess, watch it, please. I would love to get your take, please. Okay. But this Todd Bridges is just my damn hero for this. He's just showing us just how human he is and all the shit he's been through. I love this man. That's why when I heard that Misha wanted to put him up, when she said in the episode, I was like, no, Chris Kattan maybe, even though Chris Kattan was delivering some really funny moments. And since he's, you know, 2 seconds away from breaking down over not having Diet Coke or something, like I said last time, because he's a comedian and we're all effed up, I want him to stay around. So I was totally fine with Teddy going if that was going to be the case. But this futuristic cop thing was just so freaking funny. Is Todd Bridges and Chris, I think they might be. And Kath, I so enjoyed Dina Lohan because I love doing impressions of her. So I'm hoping that I can get some impressions out very soon. Chris Kattan, you know, Todd's going to be funny, but Chris is going to be the one to kind of like impersonate, I feel like. And also Teddy Mellencamp in the way she's acting. You thought it was a crucifix at first. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, you're right. Carson did go on the block, real BB. I don't know why my mind is going. Sorry, I'm just fixated on this thing. I think I said earlier Carson didn't go on the block. He ended up going on the block. We'll get to that part. Thank you for reminding me. So, second favorite. Yes. There were so many fun things going on in this episode. So, second favorite moment, like graphics designer is saying, is Lamar Odom, who is basically like, Chloe, take me back, take me back. I don't know what kind of dream he was having. Okay. But you can see the little tat of his baby on his chest. Okay. So he was talking in his sleep. So he's sleeping and all of a sudden he wakes up a little bit, but he's still sleeping. You know, it's like that kind of sleep awake. And he is talking something like, yeah, baby. Yeah, that's it, baby. Or that's what we got. And I was like, is he having a Khloe Kardashian sexy dream? Is he sexy dreaming about Khloe Kardashian? The one who Shayna Mokler called a donkey one time? Is that really what's happening? It was so funny. And Todrick's like, what the hell? Todrick has no idea where he's at this point. He's just like, this is crazy. This is insane. I can't believe this. Because really, if you like Todrick or you don't like Todrick, it's almost like one of us going into the house because I know he's like famous and shit now, but he, you know, he got there through YouTube. And so it's just like the closest I can think to one of us. I laugh so much too. Melissa agreed. So just Lamar having this, and he was kind of moving I thought he was going to start like humping the bed, and he just had a couple motions where I was like, Lamar, are you doing that to Chloe in your dream? I don't know. So that was a pretty great moment in itself. I mean, this episode was just so freaking funny. So yeah. So let me get rid of this. Okay, that tattoo looks like a pocket. It's a sleep paralysis demon, and that's what's haunting his dreams and making Todd snore. Is that tattoo? It's sleep paralysis demon. So when I should say also when Teddy tells Todrick, like, yeah, Misha's coming for me. Mariah told me. He's like, oh my God, that's so weird. But at least you know where she stands now. And so let's see what happens next. We have this moment, which was good for Teddy, but wouldn't have happened had Misha not been tipped off that Teddy knows about the backdoor plan. So now Misha has to pivot, and she's already talked to Carson, and now she's going in to talk to Teddy, kind of hang out. You can tell she wants to talk about it. And Teddy's like, at first Teddy said, I'm not going to kiss her ass. I'm not going to do anything. If she's going to backdoor me, she's going to backdoor me, because Teddy can be hard-headed like that, and kind of like that spoiled attitude where it's Big Brother. You might have to kiss a little bit of ass to stay week to week. You just might have to do that. So, Teddy, I think, realized, like, I don't want to go home. Her ego, actually helped in this situation because she didn't want to go home first. So she's like, I didn't want to go home first. And I think Teddy's ego would take a hit on that because of the way she left the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and just what people say about her and her being boring. And, it's like, well, another show you were boring on, so boring, you left first. I could see that running through her head. She has something to prove. So that is when she decides, maybe I can cut a deal with Misha. Again, we didn't have live feed, so we don't know if someone helped Teddy with this or if this is something she came up with on her own. Yes, Lamar said, let's go, baby, but he was doing this. So maybe it was a basketball game he was cheering for, or his ex-wife, Chloe. He was cheering for, her basketball. I don't know, for her game downstairs in her pants. But Teddy decides, okay, I'm going to make a deal with Misha. And she says, hey, it's another kind of sloppy Celebrity Big Brother deal, but it was entertaining. I mean, maybe, how about if you don't put me up or send me home, if I win, I could not put you up. That's a deal, right? That's what they do here in this game, right? Right? Producers? No? Line? No? Okay. Yeah. Okay, it is. And then Misha's like, well, for like how long? Like, how long would that deal last? And Teddy's like, well, I mean, we got a couple weeks here. Yeah, we'll see, And at that moment, Misha's like, I believe her. And Teddy actually said in her DR that she would be true to this deal. And I believe that Teddy would, because that she is kind of like that, where I think if she said she was going to do it, she would do it. So that's when Misha's like, all right, well, I guess the Teddy plan is over. That kind of blew up in my face. And then we get to nominations, and excuse my error previously, but Carson was nominated. I don't know who I thought was nominated if it wasn't Carson. So it's Mariah Nagasu and Carson being the pawn, according to Misha. But it's interesting because, again, after the POV, let's say neither of them win it and the POV isn't used, that's when Misha's power's over. So as HOH, she really has no say in how people are going to vote. She only votes in the event of a tie. So unless they can successfully win and make sure that Mariah doesn't win, because now she's not backdooring Mariah, she's straight up putting her up. So unless she can guarantee she doesn't win the POV, she can't guarantee Carson's safety at all. Anytime you're on the block, you have the chance to go home. So poor Carson and poor Mariah. I didn't want to see either of them up there, but you got to pick somebody. And I guess Teddy made a deal that was too okay to refuse. And we heard Chris Kattan audibly gasp. He was like, what? Like as soon as he heard Carson's name, I believe, he gasped. And then he looked hurt. Little Chris looked hurt for Mariah as well, because we saw them later in a bedroom and she looked very upset and Mariah looked to be crying. And I just felt for her because it was a really not a good strategic move for her to go and tell Teddy. But in Mariah's head, she doesn't know a ton about Big Brother. She watched very little before she came into the house. And her favorite player was Meta World Peace for the entertainment value. Of course, I voted for Chuck to stay. No, you voted for Chuck to go. So Mariah, she didn't necessarily know what she was doing. She thought, well, there's only the formation probably. There's not other alliances, but there's always other alliances. And so that information got back to people. And now that is why she is on the block, because she's deemed as untrustworthy when really, like Teddy said, that just shows to her alliance how trustworthy she is. But to Misha's like, I can't trust you. And I don't blame Misha at this point. I thought Misha was doing a lot with her HOH. I think the first week to be planning this elaborate backdoor on Teddy Mellencamp is fun to watch, but I don't know if that's the best way to go about it. But we had a really fun episode between, the Mon Juan hat, which was Big Brother, Celebrity Big Brother doing the most with that thing, but I'm here for it. We have a ongoing theme now with the, that is upside down now, Nam. That is upside down now. Now, Nam. So if you see now here, now here on top, now on the top one, and Nam on the bottom. Interesting. I mean, I can't complain because this episode was meaty and full of so much juicy goodness for it being a second episode of the season. So maybe they knew by not giving us the feeds, they had to give us a really good first and second episode. Again, with celebrities like Misha just in the middle of the kitchen. So do you want to be in the alliance? I mean, alliance? And Chris Kirkpatrick's like, yeah, for sure I do. And then poor Todrick is just like, maybe we could take this upstairs. Maybe we could stop telling everyone that we're in an alliance together. And Todrick is just now in every alliance, and that will most definitely blow up in his face. It looks like our two housewives are in an alliance together with the formation group. And I thought the housewives would look out for each other, Teddy and Cynthia. But it happened through chance and through other people. From what we can see from the episode, it wasn't even these two. I thought for sure this, Bravo connection would draw them together. But it was actually other people inviting them into alliances. And Cynthia Bailey, she doesn't necessarily know what's going on, but I'm so glad I have her on my team because she's a connector. She's someone at this point in the game people look at very fondly and they want to be near her and they like her because, she does. She has a good personality. She might have been a boring housewife because she wasn't much drama. So she's like a pretty chill person for the most part, unless you're Kenya Moore and you're on Ultimate Girls Trip and you make friends with other friends and you kind of take her for granted, then you're going to hear about it. She didn't bring any friend contracts like she did with Nene Leakes early on in her seasons of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. So it's a different Cynthia Bailey, but yeah, so we'll see what happens tomorrow for the first live eviction. We'll see who won POV. Obviously I don't have that spoiler yet because I really haven't been able to watch the feeds because I've been here with you lovelies. And poor Mariah, I really kind of hope Mariah wins the POV and then Misha has to go back on her deal with Teddy. That would be so hilarious. Okay. Oh, she doesn't look thrilled with Teddy. Yeah. So there must be tons of stuff. I want Carson to stay too, Christine. I don't want Carson to go. Carson has been great TV. He's giving us all the DR. He's putting his all into it. So I love it. What is this? Terry says, okay, so let's do spoiler time, party time. Excellent. Yeah, Cynthia isn't conniving enough to be a housewife, but as a normal, regular person in the world, it would be someone you'd probably want to be around. Because she's, yeah. So there you go. Okay, so spoiler alert, party time, excellent. I should have a little spoiler thing. And I wish I had all of my sound effects, but I loved this episode.
You guys can all judge me if you want, but I do not care. I have never, ever been happier.
I've never, ever been happier. And like you guys are saying, okay, so right now there's a bunch, there's Todrick, Chris Kirkpatrick. I'm going to turn on my volume in my ear. And Shayna Moakler, they're talking about sides, which is interesting because as far as I know, Chris Kirkpatrick is not in an alliance with Shayna Moakler. He is in an alliance with Todrick Hall. So a lot has happened on these feeds that we have to catch up on. Also, Shayna Moakler is killing it strategically, very much enjoying her on the episodes. But Chris K, Todrick, and Shayna are in the sauna talking about sides. Okay. And some of you in the chat are saying Teddy they're talking about sides. Shayna said they don't think I'm anything, that they don't know what side I'm on. I can't tell them. So there must have been other alliances for him. And then Chris Kirkpatrick's making jokes about way to go, genius. They're kind of having a little flirty where she just threw the pillow at Chris K. Chris K. Calm down. Go ahead. Let's go. Chris K said, put the target on me, so they might be talking about future weeks. And then they cut the feeds. It looks like they've been cutting the feeds a lot. I'm going to rewind just a little bit to see if I can catch any of Teddy freaking out. So Lamar's still in the house. So there was speculation that Lamar left, and that's why they didn't have the feeds on. But that's definitely not true because I just saw him walk into the sauna. When I rewound the feeds a little bit, and I'm just kind of going back with you guys. We're live here. Okay, so Shayna jumped ship. Now her and Todrick are against Teddy and Cynthia. They're saying they're a power duo. Oh my, I knew Shayna was going to be a gamer. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. That's my girl. I don't know if that's going to be the best decision for her because obviously we just got feeds now, but I love that she's playing. I love that she's playing. Okay, so Mercedes says, Teddy and Todrick were talking forever about how she felt betrayed. You can't feel betrayed in the first week, dum-dum. Sorry. And she asked if Todrick was going to vote against her. Oh, see, Teddy is so sensy. She's like a literal walking sensy party. She's has all the feelings and all the sensitivities, which, like Danny said earlier, can make for a really interesting Big Brother player to watch because they're a hot mess. Okay. Yes. So House of Princess, I don't see why you're not onto this Big Brother thing, especially Celebrity Big Brother, because you literally are watching the live feeds and you're just stalking people. So we already stalk celebrities, you know, when we do our little updates and stuff. So you might as well jump on board, get Paramount Plus if you don't already have it, and watch these celebrities in the house 24/7. The only thing that's frustrating is they cut the feeds a lot. But you get to see them fight. You get to see these celebrities. There's a point where they forget the cameras are there. And it's pretty epic. So I'm pretty sure Shayna just wedged herself into the Athletes Alliance, as she should. But I don't like that Shayna and Cynthia Bailey are not on the same team because they're my girls and I need them. I still want the girls and gays alliance to be a thing. I feel like they can still pull out of, you know, Teddy and Mariah, but still work with Carson and Cynthia. But maybe Todrick and Shayna feel as though, like you said, they're the only power duo. Ooh, I warned you guys. Yes, I did. Spoilers. Yes. Mercedes says what's funny is Todrick straight up told her he was sending her home. Oh my God, boss move, Toddy. Todrick. Maybe Todrick will be hot Toddy. So Teddy said, okay, so I rewound to their fight. And if you're looking for a timestamp, it's this 7, it's Pacific time for me, 7:22 p.m. So that's an hour ago. She made up, Teddy's also very passive aggressive. And you will see that to the point where it's annoying. That's how she was on The Housewives. You're like, Teddy, say what you mean and mean what you say. And I come from the land of passive aggressive, so I know I can be passive aggressive, but I try to just be blunt and straightforward. That's why I was voted most blunt in high school, because people were like, does that girl just say what she means? And I was like, I do. I really do. Teddy, she just did this thing to Todrick. She goes, "You're always in the HOH room." Oh my God, because you're always up there, right? And Todrick's like, "I'm not always up there." Oh, okay. Let's see what else she said. He's like, "I actually didn't go up there because I felt like if I did walk up there, people were going to feel like I abandoned the group. So I made it a point not to go up there." And Teddy's like, "Oh my God, you're up there all the time." Just kidding, but serious, but just kidding. Oh, so I think he said, when I started hearing I had a final two I didn't have, and when you go home and watch it, because I think people were probably saying that him and Misha had a final two, but I think Misha did approach him with the final two, and he did say, "That sounds good." Oh my God, Todrick just gave a classic Big Brother line that you give when you're lying. And when you go home and watch this, you will see that I'm telling the truth, which most certainly, most people, when they say that, they're definitely not telling the truth when they say that. When you go home and watch it, just wait. Because I would totally say that. Wait till you go home and watch it. You're going to be so embarrassed how badly you're treating me, Joleen. He's going as far as being like, when you walk out of this house and you see Julie Chen, you're going to see that you were wrong. Todrick feels like he's been being accused of something that's not true. Until he's like, "Oh my God, I'm not accusing you. I'm just saying all the things, but I'm not accusing you. Like, I'm just passively aggressively saying all these things." Teddy just called it out, and she said, "You have an alliance of some sort with Misha, Todrick." And Todrick's like, "Oh my God, no." Wow. But Todrick does say, "Misha is someone I want to work with in this house." And Teddy said, "However, you had one with us prior." So, and Teddy's saying, "When I had discussions with Misha, I walked down immediately and told everyone in the formation, like I told you guys." Because Teddy thinks that's how the game is played, that once you hear something, everyone in your alliance has to know. And that, in fact, is not how you play the game, Teddy. But Teddy's one of those people where she was like, "I'm true and honest and straightforward and cowboy hats and steers and cattle," because she lived in Nashville for a little bit. But now you're LA girl. Hey, guys. I had to offer her. So she told everyone about what we saw in the episode. She's saying she told the alliance about the offer that she made to Misha. She's like, "Hey guys, I had to offer her safety because I was worried that I would go home." So she was very honest with her, with the alliance about that. But I mean, there's no rule that says you have to be. Because she wanted to be transparent to the group that she committed to. And Todrick's like, "I did too. But that group became a six-some without me." Because remember, Cynthia Bailey was just like, "Come on down, you and you and you, and you get the alliance and you get the alliance and over there. And gosh, let's make this like 19 and Counting, that show with the problematic Duggars. Let's make it like that. Let's just keep having all the alliance babies." But Teddy's like, "I was already a part of the six-some for 2 days. 2 whole days I was a part of the six-some. So that should mean something. We have something." Teddy thinks them being in the house for a week together, Teddy is very entitled. She's very entitled. She's like, "You didn't have to commit to it. You could have said something." There was nothing he could have said in that moment when Cynthia Bailey's like, "Well, yeah, join the alliance." There was nothing. It was like, "No, why? I just think it'd be better if you didn't, for you, for your game, of course." No, you have to kind of agree to that. Teddy said, "Just admit you'd do anything to win." And Todrick's like, "No, I'm not going to admit I'd do anything to win." Oh, this is so interesting. Oh my God. This is so interesting. Okay. Danny said, "I would keep Teddy because of that, though. For real. It's almost like she's so messy and stuff. You might want to keep her at this." Thank you, Larissa. That is so nice of you to say. Teddy is too passive aggressive for BB. She isn't smooth enough to play the game and be a smooth talker and likable. She really isn't. She wears it on her face. When she's upset, similar to Housewives, and she'll be like, "No, I'm fine." And you're like, "You're not fine. Do you have a hernia? Like, what is happening with your face?" Todrick's just, I think Todrick's talking about knowing Carson before he came in the house and just that he was kind of transparent with him, but he didn't know Teddy. So he feels like he didn't owe her anything. Teddy's like, you didn't have to tell me you were in a final. This is what her words. She goes, you didn't have to tell me you were in a final two or anything. I'm just saying, as a friend, you could have mentioned it. So which one is it, Teddy? He didn't have to tell you, or he should have mentioned it. This is so Teddy Mellencamp. And then she laughed. Oh, so she found out that Todrick knew about her about to be backdoored. So maybe Mariah did. Good for you, Mariah, doing a little work. Maybe Misha told Teddy that Todrick told her, and then she found out that, oh, okay. Yeah. So now it's making a little more sense. And so Teddy's like, and you could have told me you're about to get fucked, honey, by Misha, but you didn't, because remember, Todrick didn't say anything, but Mariah did. Ooh. And then they cut the feeds, and Todrick's like, I knew you were about to be fucked. People were coming up to me and asking me questions like, are you okay? Oh my God. Someone just compared Todrick to Fresno. Oh my gosh, because he ratted out our favorites to Todrick. I'm telling you, getting in all those alliances, it's a lot. And keeping on the DL when everyone else is kind of messy about the alliances. Ooh, Curious Woman says, I like Teddy. I don't like Todrick. Yeah, Todrick doesn't have a ton of fans in the Big Brother world, I should say. He's got a lot of the house guests love him, former house guests, and but BB Twitter has very little love for Todrick. So he's playing really messy. I can't wait to get further into these feeds, you guys. I could see Todrick playing messy. I was hoping he would just keep it on the DL. But yes, everyone hit the like. We got 156 in the live stream. And we should have 156 likes, you guys. Oh my gosh. Mims, what's up, Mims? Mims says, Teddy is as exciting as a bottle of cough syrup. What? I'm sorry, do not insult Robitussin like that, because the Tussin, oh my gosh, who doesn't love a little Tussin? It's so delicious. She's as exciting as bricks or the wood on the wall or, something like that, but not Tussin. Tussin is like, isn't that the scissor? Don't people like drink Tussin to get faded or elevated nowadays? I don't know. Mariah's literally saying she made a mistake telling Teddy that Misha was after him. Oh, poor Mariah. When I watched the episode, I thought that immediately. Like, Mariah's just she's young. She thought she was being loyal and doing this good thing. And then Teddy should have never said anything. When someone gives you information like that, I feel like in Teddy's defense, she could have thought she could trust Todrick, but Todrick probably would have been one of the last ones I would have told someone. I mean, maybe I would have spoken with Mariah. And since that was kind of maybe Teddy thought since he was in the formation, I'm not sure. I got to watch these damn feeds, but she probably should have figured something out maybe with Mariah. It's hard to say. It's easy to say from outside the house. It's hard to say from inside. Madam Caliente says Todrick is going to end up like Frenchie. Oh my God, I hope not. Oh my gosh. What? Todrick is a super fan. You knew he was going to, of course, for sure. Most super fans who are admitted super fans. However, I mean, Shayna Moakler said she's one. Chris Kirkpatrick says he's one. I'm not completely sold that Chris Kirkpatrick is, considering he called it an HOA, the HOH. Shayna, I do believe, could be, because I watched both seasons of Meet the Barkers, and she watches a lot of TV. She watches TV like I watch TV. Everyone was like, she's in bed too much. I'm like, she's in bed just the right amount of time to watch all the seasons of Big Brother if she needs to. So I wouldn't be surprised if she's watched all of them. Okay, they're good. That's all that matters. I still think Mariah could be a sleeper winner, or very, very, very early prediction. And Shayna, obviously, I drafted her because I believed in her. I believe in her. Teddy. So Todrick is saying what he said in the episode now. They cut the feeds and now it's back, and I'm still at the 7 o'clock Pacific, 7:29 is the timestamp for the live feed, where he's like, I didn't think anyone was going to ask me to be in the alliance. Toddy, you didn't think anyone was going to ask you? Give me a break. And so Teddy's like, no, you're good. You're all the things. You're great. You're great. Okay. Okay, so Teddy's saying, I made a bet. I joined this alliance. That's more important to me for me to walk out of this house and be like, I played, I was loyal to them. So Teddy's going on the loyalty thing. Mercedes says, I don't believe none of these people. They do not know what they're doing. It's so messy, Mercedes. I agree with you. It's so freaking messy and I love it. I feel as though they're trying though. Do you know what I mean? They don't know the strategy, but they're like, I think this is what people do. This is a backdoor, right? And you're like, yes, but it's far too early for a backdoor. I'll take this messiness for sure, but for your own game, it's way too early for any backdoor talk. You should just get rid of someone now, but I love it. And I love that Mariah might not be on the chat. Do we know who won POV, you guys? Mariah should have told Teddy that Todrick was in an alliance with the HOH and watch what... Maybe she did Tawana. Maybe that's what's happening. Carson is over Todrick. Oh my God. Shayna. Oh my God. Shayna and Cynthia is wanting the girls. Oh God. That's so good. I hope that's true. Are they right now talking on the feeds about this? Because I'm here. The women in this house are fire. Even Teddy. You know what I mean? She hung up on those stirrups, for a long period of time. Oh my God. I love Shayna. I love her. Am I late? We speak about Lamar yet? I wish we did. We did. Just rewind a little bit, Martha. You'll find it when I broke down the episode. Oh, we talked about it. Carson says he's no longer work with him. Oh my God. Yep. Oh, so the POV. Okay, so Carson won the POV. Cynthia has third non-power. Everyone wants Teddy gone. This show is fucking amazing. I don't care what anyone says. I'm not letting anyone ruin this season for me until I ruin it for myself. Carson won the veto. Way to go, Carson. I love you. I love you, you boomer baby, beautiful man. Teddy went up. Hilarious because she's the perfect person to have on the block because she's so emotional and will give us all the passive aggressive goodness we want to watch. And Cynthia has third non-power. Oh my God. Oh my God. I actually laughed a lot, Mark, at Chris Kattan's DRs tonight. I really did. I did. Oh my gosh. Josh Couch Potato Queen says, I'm over Tasha. This season is iconic. Mary, I agree. I love Cynthia. Yes, Cynthia is a real one. Oh, well, I just want Mariah to be safe. But part of me, if Teddy's being this messy, part of me wants to keep watching her messiness. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. This is iconic. And a possible girl alliance? Where do I find this possible girls alliance? What's a timestamp where they talk about this? CBB2 is so good, but this season is also good. CBB2 was amazing and the feeds were amazing. POV is a power veto. Princess, it is the competition that you play after they make nominations. They put the HOH is a competition where you win head of household, and then that person who wins is able to put 2 people on the block. Then they have what's called a power veto competition where whoever wins that competition, there'll be some people picked from the house and also the 2 nominees get to automatically play. And then whoever wins that competition can use that power veto to take themselves or someone off the block. So, oh my God, give me a Diet Coke with ice. That's me. I need more Diet Coke. This baby's empty. Me and Shayna Mokler, we got to drink our Diet Cokes. Oh my God. It's a Todrick exposed party already. This is amazing. This is so fucking amazing. I don't care. Oh my God. Do I have bling on? Oh, my Target rings. Morris, I hope you're feeling good. Okay. Wait, I'm still watching the Teddy thing. She doesn't understand Todrick's game. She said something about who did? What did she say? What is Teddy talking about? She goes, that she could do that to me, mother to mother. Is she talking about Cynthia Bailey? Is she talking about Cynthia Bailey? I just sucked down an ice cube. I just inhaled an ice cube. Is she talking about Cynthia Bailey, mother to mother, or is she talking about Misha? What is she talking about? Woman to woman. She can do it to me. She looked me in the eye at least 10 times, came to me. You have absolutely nothing to worry about. Please do not worry. You have absolutely nothing to worry about. And she flipped on me. Be careful, Teddy said. She said, I don't get it. Oh. Okay, Teddy just said, she said to Misha, who do you think's going to fight harder? Someone who really wants this money to go on tour or someone like me? Did she just call Todrick poor? Is that what she was saying? Like, he's poorer than me because your husband has the security system that everyone allegedly may or may not have used and then get broken into? I don't know. And Todrick's like, I don't know who's going to fight harder. I feel like we're both fighting hard. And I feel like you're going to fight hard too. Not because you want the money, but because you don't need to be, but because you want to be here. Oh my God. Oh, she was talking about Misha. Oh my gosh. Okay. So she might be talking about Misha, putting her on the block. Misha was trying to work with her and then put her on the block. Oh my gosh, this is so messy, you guys. Todrick's like, we don't have to be friends after this, but I'd like to be. Oh my God. They're on day 9, you guys. This is so sad that they're on day 9 and we're just getting feeds now. So much has happened, but I'm glad we have feeds. Teddy's so passive aggressive. He's like, I'm glad we can talk about it now. And she's like, we're on day 9. Oh my God, Teddy. So Todrick's still trying to claim that he was scared to go in the HOH room until a few days ago. All right. Madame Caliente said it is a split house. Carson, Lamar, and Cynthia and Teddy are working together. Oh my God. Real VB says, right, but listen to the feeds. It seems as though Teddy and Carson is on the block because Todrick told her he's closer to Carson, but Carson won the POV allegedly. So, oh my God. Is Todrick acting like Andy? That was an Andy thing. Like Andy, yes, because Andy's game, he was lucky to get in some later in the game alliances, but he flipped on McCrae and Amanda, and he was kind of playing all the sides. It's a snake floater game. So is Todrick playing a snake floater game? Oh my God. All right, you guys. So as of now, it appears that the POV was won by Carson. Teddy is now on the block with Mariah, but you guys said Cynthia's secret power with the Mon Wan or the Nam Now gift and twist is that she gets to pick a third nominee. Sarah Smile, I'm going to give it 2 hours until Teddy is using. Own it. Just own it. Own it. Andy had a rat floater game. That was how, and some people, it's definitely a way to win. And it's a strategy that you can use. It was obviously a successful strategy. I don't think it's a lot of people's favorite strategies. But if you look back on the history of Big Brother, a lot of times, not including celebrity, but in civilian Big Brother, it's not always the winners don't always become the heroes of the franchise and our favorite players, with the exceptions of I'm trying to think exception-wise. I mean, people bring up Derek from BB16 as one of their favorites, but I don't think he's I think strategically, but I don't think he's everyone's favorite. I think people probably favor Dan or a Dr. Will a little more, but you hear a lot about Danielle from BB3, even though she didn't win. You hear about Janelle, even though she played and she didn't win. Kaser obviously was such a big fan favorite. So the fan favorites aren't always the people that win. If you look at last season, Xavier won, but coming out of the house, I mean, I don't know where it stands now, but Tiffany was the fan favorite. So, oh my gosh. No, there's other people that agree with you. I mean, I just was watching Janelle and McCrae. They have a new podcast together on Janelle's channel. And Janelle and I don't think McCrae praised it, but Janelle praised his strategy too. I mean, it got him a win. Andy's he's just hard to root for because he's even outside of the house. He kind of plays a rat floater Twitter game. And you're like, okay, Andy, cool. He's one of those people who just wants to play all sides. And you're like, but now you're in the real world. And we'd prefer you to pick a side and not say you're on this side. But then when everyone comes after you, you're like, no, actually, I'm on this side. So there was other problematic things. My problem with Andy in the house was BB15 on the live feeds. His behavior was disgusting. And hopefully he's grown and all these things and whatever. But that was my problem mostly with his game, is just how he spoke. He had a very, very like a misogynistic tone to him, and the kind of stuff he said about the women of the house. It wasn't my favorite. It wasn't my favorite, but you know. Jelly says Twitter turned on Todrick faster than Eric gave. Oh my God, Eric and the immunity necklace. Because Queen Suri, she was just like, yes, I have a plan and it's going to work. And we're going to get that immunity necklace. Andy listened to everyone and ran back and told everything like Todrick. Okay. Yep. Random question. Where do I watch old seasons of BBUK? I used to always watch them on YouTube. There are just random channels. If you search CBB or just CBB UK or just BB UK, and you can find them. You can find quite a bit. I don't know if YouTube has gotten rid of them, but that is where I would start, because that's where I watched a lot of Big Brother UK and Celebrity Big Brother UK. Another person to ask is TV Talks with Tom. I bet he knows, and he's on Twitter. If you guys don't already subscribe to him on YouTube, he probably knows. Queen Kaya Live says, I still can't get feeds on Paramount. It's showing the 4 quads, but I'm still getting a visa. Oh no. Reload, restart everything, shut down, restart, make sure your computer's updated. That's the only thing I can say. Honestly, that's usually true. If BB fandom likes you, you're probably not going to win. Kath coming in with timestamps. Oh my God, you guys are so fun. Kath says, at about 10:09 p.m., Todrick is talking to Teddy about how she has been rubbing and speaking to what? Like rubbing? Okay. At 10:09 p.m., Todrick is talking to Teddy about how she has been rubbing and speaking to Lamar and Todd the wrong way. Oh, been rubbing. I thought you meant like, because I am like waiting for a showmance for Lamar for some reason. It might have something to do with her being targeted. What? Oh, thanks, Kath, coming in with, oh my gosh. I mean, yeah, same. I had high hopes, but same. Yeah, Andy said some trash stuff. Don't get me started on Jack. Love your channel. Thank you, Blackpink Love. Thank you. Andy, Fran, Todrick. Oh no, is Todrick gonna get? Oh God, help you, Todrick. Todrick Franzel, is that what they're calling him now? Oh my, Todrick Heron Franzel. Holy shit! Now, I go right to physical rubbing, Kath. I can't help it. Okay, I'm still watching the Teddy Todrick fight in this ear. I'm listening to them. Oh, Teddy is so mad at Todrick. Her body language toward him. Todrick's like, I don't think I can trust you. It was a gut feeling. You've done a lot of this. You've lived your life on television. Why the camera follow you? And Todrick's like, I do things in private. I don't get followed by cameras. He said he doesn't fully trust Mariah and Teddy. He said that to Teddy. Oh my gosh. She said, now it's between Mariah and Teddy. Teddy's speaking about her and Mariah being on the block. And now you've said repeated times you don't trust. And now that's the person that they're deciding to save, being Mariah. Teddy, don't speak ill of Mariah. Oh my God. That's the thing with Teddy. When Teddy was on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, every time she got into it with like Erica Jane, and we know Erica Jane, she cuts. She's like, yeah, I got to get into my Erica Jane voice. Like she was just like, honey, please, Teddy, you can't do this. And then she'll just like verbally cut Teddy. And Teddy would be like, I can stick up for myself. I'm powerful. And then Teddy's face would get flushed and she would just be like shaky voice. And Erica's like, honey, call me later. Okay. I got Tom's money. Tom just fell off a cliff. I don't have time for this, honey. Okay, I am busy allegedly putting money into my account, but my case got dismissed. That didn't get dismissed, but you guys know what I'm saying. So Teddy, whenever she'd fight with the housewives, it was so cringy and awkward because you could tell she was visibly upset. And then she'd be like, no, I'm fine. And then she would go outside, walk away from the table because they're always fighting at a table for some reasons in the Real Housewives. And then she would just start crying. She's like, I'm good, you guys. I'm totally good. You're like, you're clearly not good. You are losing your shit. Yeah, that's my Erica Jane, Joleen Jane. Teddy just said the point of the game is you want people out that you don't trust. Or do you want anybody that's a threat that's immediate? Yeah, it depends on the week, Teddy Bear. Okay, it depends on the week. She wants to be in the house with people she enjoys, likes, trusts, and respect. Yeah, but if those people can beat you, you probably don't want to be in the house with them. That's a normal civilian Big Brother strategy. But with Teddy, she doesn't care if she wins the money. It's now this thing where she needs to outlast the first week and a couple weeks and wants people to get to know her more so that she can be more well received by this audience, since she wasn't very well received by the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. But it seems like you guys are saying she's being more well received than Toddy. So, oh my gosh. Yes. So Maddie and Janet will have the full recap of the feeds tomorrow. I'll be back with little recaps. Make sure you guys are following me on TikTok, because I'm going to do some fun TikToks on there for Big Brother and stuff. And I think I'm almost to 400. So a bunch of you followed me. I appreciate it. You can just find me at Joleen Lunzer on TikTok. And I want to do more short little updates there. That would be amazing. Sarah says, a privileged white woman being aggressive to all the men of color in the house. Is that what's happening? Oh my gosh. There are problematic things that he said in the past. That's my understanding of it. Things, possible tweets. I'm not super well versed on all the things Todrick has said. I was just introduced to that the other night during our draft. So it looks like Todrick made some statements and some people, yeah, I don't know. I didn't get too far into it because I kind of want to, I don't know, you guys. I know I want to just not worry about what they said outside the house and just watch them in the house for now. I don't know. I apologize if that's like too much. Is he amazing on the feeds? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Sarah said Todrick has a scandal about not paying his backup dancers. Like, oh, okay. And goes to, oh, I don't care. Okay. Oh. Joleen Lunzer Hernandez, because you're watching from Facebook. Well, and that is my name on Instagram as well. But I'm a whole Joleen Lunzer Hernandez now. All right, guys, I'm going to go catch the feeds. It's been an hour and a half now. This hour and a half like flew by. It's been so wonderful breaking down this episode with you guys. I'm so excited to go log onto the feeds and see what a hot mess this is. This is so amazing. And I will be back tomorrow after the episode. So I'm going to do a late live tomorrow night because me and Nana are going live for Married to Bravo. And then I'll watch the episode and then I'll probably be live. But it's Friday night, so stay up late with me, make a cocktail or a Diet Coke with me, and I'll probably go live around 8 p.m. Pacific. So that would be 10 Central, 9 Mountain, 11 Eastern. You know, we'll have a fun late night, break down the episodes, kiki about the live feeds, have a great time. Go support my friends out there, Maddie and Janet, who most certainly will have all the live feed spoilers for you, and I will be watching them tomorrow. I'll try to come up with some funny impression videos for you guys. Make sure you're following me on social media, TikTok, that would be amazing, Instagram, and Facebook, where Morris is watching me from. You can also support me. The links are in the description, and then you can see my Patreon and all that there. Thank you guys for the likes. Thank you for the chat. This has been so fun, and I will mostly be recapping. I think Real VB had asked if I'm be alone. Yeah, I'm kind of going back to my roots. I might have a guest here and there, but I'm mostly going to be going back to the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. If you guys have followed me from the beginning, I did this shit by myself, and it's really fun. Okay, it's real fun. Morris, I'm going to tell Nana on you if you keep that up. Okay, I'm an OnlyFans girl, not a Pornhub girl. I'm going to make my money. All right. Nothing against Pornhub ladies, but they deserve to be paid, and I don't think they get paid much on there. Okay. All right. You guys are wonderful, beautiful little pumpkin spice babies, and I adore you, and I hope you have a wonderful night and enjoy those feeds. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I'll most certainly be tweeting about this stuff because it's so crazy. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Bye.